Good morning. I'm up at dawn's crack as always, and yeah, I'm on a big pit still after that big carp. Usually I've caught one by now, but I haven't really fished that much yet, so yeah, I'm feeling great about it today though. It's just to give you a bit of context, it's the day after Easter bank holiday and it was a really hot bank holiday, so I think the carp should be up and active now. Even the ones that are still a bit sleepy should be out and about. And yeah, I'm going to do my lap. I've got a bucket with me this time because I'm going to put some bait in a few margin spots as I go. And yeah, it just gives me something to check on later if the sun does come out and the carp get in the edge. But yeah, for now, just got to do a couple of laps, see what I see and pick a spot. There we go, just a few pellets, not too small either, just 6 mils, nice dark pellets, so the birds don't see them and come and ruin my day. I've actually just seen a very strange going on. The only thing I'd describe it like, it's like watching a tuna eat sardines. It was really weird. There's, I think the carp coming up the backside of the water, smashing the surface, and there's gulls diving down on top of them. Honestly, it was like watching one of them Blue Planets or something. Well, I've been walking around this area for about an hour now, and I've seen fish all over the place. I've seen them right down here, but I've also seen them all around it on the other side there, and kind of in the open here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put myself in the middle and hope that I intercept some fish. I know the wind's due to change, so maybe some more fish will be blown my way. And it does seem that now the wind's got up a little bit. Those cruisers have virtually disappeared, and there's also a couple of cormorants working the area, so I think they've put a few fish down as well. But yeah, that might actually work in my favour. So yeah, put myself in the middle, find a spot out there. I think I know where there's a couple of areas, and yeah, get going. There we go, that's 2 rods out in open water. Sorry I didn't show you what I was doing much. It's always a bit of a rush on these day sessions, and I often think that if I don't have a rods out within a couple of hours of arriving, there's not really much point because the morning period is so crucial on here, so I've got to have my spot sorted and settled. So what I did is I found a relatively clear area about 60 yards out, put two rods on that, and put just about half a dozen spods over top, not a lot. Like I say, it's bank holiday weekend, so I don't know how much bait went in. I'm sure there were some anglers down. But one of the good things is that while I was spodding, I saw a fish show about 20-30 yards behind the spot. So there's nothing to stop that fish from coming over and taking my bait. That's the way I see it anyway. My right hand rod is forever beeping and tightening up, so I'm just gonna reel it in now and just see what's going on there. Could be maybe like a small tench or a bream or something. Nah, nothing. There's a bit of a crosswind, there's lots of weed out there, so I'm guessing it's just something getting stuck on the line. Yeah, wang this back out now. Unfortunately, it took me about 3 casts to get that back on where I wanted it. The first one was a bit too close to my left hand rod, and then the second was a bit too far to the right, but the third one was just right, so hopefully that's the Goldilocks spot. My rods have been out in this swim for about 4 or 5 hours now, and nothing's happened. I didn't even bother putting a margin rod out because it's just looking pretty dead over here. Those fish that I saw earlier on seem to have either moved away or just, you know, stopped feeding or whatever. So I think what I'm going to do now is wind in and just go for a lap or two of the lake, take a bucket with me and see if I can find an opportunity elsewhere. You never know. If not, I'm more than happy to come back in, put the rods back out for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'd like to just go for a wander, check those margin spots, and yeah, just make sure I'm not missing out on something. So I'm about to finish my first lap round, and I've just come to this grassy area here, and out in front of me one just popped its head out about 30 yards out. So I'm just going to sit down now for about 5 or 10 minutes and just see if another one shows, or if the same fish shows again. It's not too far from where I've been fishing, so it might be worth a little move up here. Another show, just 30 or so yards out. Proper mirror. Right, that's decision made for me. I'm going to come round here for the rest of the day. Okay, I've run round here, and just for the sake of getting fishing quickly, I'm just going to chuck a zig out that I've got tied up from a previous session. I'm pretty sure those fish are on a fly hatch. Seems to be the way they're showing, it's quite splashy. So I think they're trying to eat something when they come up. Okay, that's one zig out where I've seen the fish. They've slowed down a little bit now, but obviously me showing up and that's going to put them off for a moment. So I'm just going to put that one rod out for now, leave it for a while before I bother doing anything else, just see if I can get like a quick opportunist capture. Got a line bite then, a couple of quick beeps. Well lads, I've never had a fish take so much line on its first run. I honestly thought it was going to reach the other side. That was amazing. Gaining some line back now. I saw a big scaly fish jump before this rod went, and I really hope it's that one. Oh, okay, let me just quickly show you this. Nice big mirror, and I don't know if you can see the little red zig in the corner of her mouth there. Amazing. Tiny little zig, little sliver of foam, size 8 hook, 12-pound hook link, and when it ran I thought there's no way I'm landing this fish. But we did. Come on boys. Okay, that's everything wet. Scales zeroed, so just go and get the start of the show. Here we are. Oh, it's a fat one. I'm going to weigh this one. Don't necessarily need to know how much it weighs, it's just for my own records really. Fishers place a lot, so I like to see how the fish are doing. A fraction under 18 pounds. That's a lovely fish. I thought it wasn't quite 20, but God, it's a minter, this one. There we go, lovely mirror. Big scales down the middle there, almost a linear, I think, just about, more like a broken linear. But yeah, what a tank, and it ran so far. I think it took maybe 80 yards off me, perhaps even more than that. Beautiful. Let me flip it round, show you the other side. The tail is incredible on this fish. Lovely little starburst scales. There it is. I'm probably doing it no justice at all, but yeah, just look at it. That is a pearler. It's my first fish of the year from this lake. I'll take that one. That is brilliant. Right, I'm going to give it some water and then get some still photos for Instagram. Link in the description as always. Come on, big girl. Or big boy. Oh, you're wobbling now. Yeah, yeah. Let's see you go then. Oh, yes. Oh, surging away. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to have a little bit of a brag about what just happened. There's going to be a lot of wind noise, so, you know, that might drown me out a bit. So I sat in that swim all morning. It's where I saw fish to begin with. But I think the commotion of me setting up and casting kind of pushed them just a bit further up here. I'm about 200 or 300 yards away from where I started. And as you should do, it went dead, so I went for a walk. Now, I gave it as long as I thought I should. You know, I didn't just go, oh, I'm not catching them off. But, you know, I gave it about 4 or 5 hours in that spot. I fished through the morning bite time and nothing. Not a sniff, not anything. So I took a lap, and when I came around here, I saw a fish show. So I sat down and I watched, and in a space of about 5-10 minutes, I saw 2 or 3 fish show, you know, half a dozen times. So that meant to me that I've got to come here. I came here, and what I decided to do was not get the leading rod out, none of that. Just put some zigs out. Zig rigs are brilliant on weedy lakes. Not if not too weedy, I should say. But when the weed's sort of low, the zig is brilliant, because when the weed's like that, the fish haven't got their heads buried in it. I'm pretty sure those fish were feeding on a fly hatch, so they're up in the water anyway. So I can put zigs out, I know they're fishing, and I put one out at about 6 foot, and then nothing really happened, and they kept showing. So I thought, well, you know what, I can probably put a second one out. So I put a second one out at about 4 foot, and yeah, that's the one that went, and boy did it go. The fish that I caught, I saw it top, and then about a moment later, you know, I'd say not even a minute, the right hand rod just screamed off. And sorry I didn't catch it on camera, but you know, you just can't time that sort of thing. And it just surged away. It smashed on the surface. Like, that's splashing and smashing at the same time, if you don't know. It's like a marlin or a shark or something. And yeah, I keep saying it, but it nearly reached the other side. I had to slowly pump it back. It went in like a huge semicircle around the lake, and then back here, and then yeah, netted it. Brilliant fish, so happy with that. And yeah, it just goes to show that if it's not happening in your spot, don't be afraid to move. Sure, I found a good area, I put some bait in, but that means nothing to me. If I see fish elsewhere, I'll get on it. You know, you've got to do it, especially on low stock big pits like this. So yeah, that's my brag over. For now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit it out here for 15-20 minutes and just see if they start showing again, see if they're still in the area. Because if they're not, there's no point in me hanging around. They're clearly buzzing around the area, getting pushed around by anglers and the weather. Well, I was waiting for fish to come back onto that spot, but never did. And I was about to give in when one of the bailiffs came around and said he'd seen some fish further up the lake. Took a wander down, got chatting to one of my mates, and yeah, saw the fish, so brilliant. What I'm going to do is place a bottom bait rod just down the edge where I've seen them coming in, and then I've also seen a couple show a bit further out, so I'll chuck my zigs out as well. And it's got to be worth an hour or two. Just round off the day nicely, one last chance. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm going to take my pop-up off, put a bottom bait rod on, and get it down that edge. This is what's going down there. Just a little snowman and a bag of boilie crumb, heavy lead, bit of tubing, and yeah, it's going just a few yards out here. The snowman is just sat there looking lovely. You'd think it was Christmas. Stupid joke. That's gonna have to do for me today. I didn't get that second fish that I wanted, but it doesn't matter. I'm just so chuffed to have caught that first one. It was a brilliant fish. And doesn't it just go to show that showing fish will outdo a baited spot every time? I mean, ideally you'd put those two together, but I don't always get to figure that out in a day session in time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big thank you to everyone who's subscribed, because yeah, the channel's steadily growing and it's just brilliant. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much. And yeah, good luck with your fishing. Hopefully I'll see you out there, and yeah, thank you for watching.